Daylight balanced is the way to go. Tungsten is ugly. You have to use daylight color temperature lights. You cannot use tungsten without daylight. You cannot use tungsten by itself.
You have to use daylight, you just gel it.
Tungsten looks horrible. You can't just gel tungsten. You need daylight. Everybody uses daylight. Nobody would ever use just tungsten. That is poppycock. You must use daylight. Must. You must.
That's how stupid y'all look. Yo, world of YouTube! Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. If you are new, my name is Derek and I am the Indie Film Dude. Today I wanted to start a sort of new series based on lighting, obviously based on the title, called Other Rants. And I just want to basically do that, rant about different things, and I'm going to share it with you. I'll try to keep the videos as short as possible, and yeah. As you can see, I kind of threw up a janky setup. This is not a great setup. It wasn't meant to be a great looking setup. And yeah, I'm just kind of going with what I have. For those of the few of you who actually watch my channel, I know I really suck right now at posting. I am terrible with this whole YouTube thing, but I am going to try really hard to, you know, start posting more often, hopefully. I'm going to try to get, if I can get 2 a month, cool. We'll see. I mean, I've got so much post-production stuff going on and other projects I'm working on, bouncing back and forth with that, so I'm just not really with it with the whole YouTube thing, so, and right now my channel's so small, it's kind of right now, but hey, we're gonna do what we can do. But today, the title says it all. We're looking at the age-old debate, at least I find there's a lot of debate behind it, and it's ridiculous. And I just want to throw my 2 cents out there for it. And hey, you don't like it? Cool. Leave a comment, I guess, saying you don't like what I'm saying. Don't care. So yeah, age-old debate. Tungsten versus daylight. Which is better? Well, my answer is neither. Use whatever the crap you want. I'm no joke. I'm tired of the whole argument of, you know, you gotta use daylight. You can't just use tungsten. Or if you use daylight, tungsten could be there with daylight as far as like an accent to get that color contrast and all that stuff, but you know, you can't just use tungsten lighting in what you're lighting. I'm sorry, that's a bunch of bull. Okay, you can use whatever you want. That's the whole thing. The only other arguments that I can even think of is just like, you know, the idea that tungsten, as far as like color science, isn't maybe doesn't show up as great to the eye, or maybe the camera or something like that, you know, as like daylight balance does. You know, but other than that, I mean, that's you know, that's a ridiculous argument in my opinion. That just doesn't, who cares? Or it's like, oh well, you know, if you want to shift the color temperature of your light, or you know whatever else you want to do with it, add colors, anything like that, you can still use daylight, and then you just throw a gel on there to, you know, to go into tungsten. Okay, why can't you just throw a gel on a tungsten bulb to go towards daylight? You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make any sense. But for me, this whole thing is just, it's just a ridiculous argument that shouldn't even be an argument. It shouldn't even be a thing. You would be surprised at how many people actually, you know, make this like a whole thing. You know, that's kind of my bit on it. You know, I'm trying to make these rant videos pretty short, hopefully, because I know I kind of go on and on with all these other videos, you know, but which I know is not necessarily a big deal, but with these ones I'm gonna try to go straight to the point if I can, you know, as much as I can. So but yeah, and let's just say one last argument you could say, well the big boys, you know, the big top, you know, spending, you know, hundreds of millions of dollars, you know, they use, you know, they're always going to use daylight. They would never, you know, just use a bunch of tungsten. Well, I can probably give you a ton of, you know, examples of where that's a lie, but you know, just right off the bat, you know, let's just go with this one right here. This right here, is Rob Hardy. He is one of the biggest cinematographers today in Hollywood and around the world. He has done several big movies. I mean, everything from Ex Machina to Mission Impossible Fallout, Annihilation. You know, this guy, one of the biggest cinematographers again in the world, and he shoots strictly tungsten lighting. Don't believe me? Boop. I rest my case. All right, cool. Now, so real quick, if anyone who does watch these videos and you do want to know the lighting setup that I do have, it is pretty simple. Like I said, I threw it, I mean, it wasn't as quick as it needed to be. I threw it together. It is a pretty setup. I mean, it's probably doing something, you know. I mean, it's, you know, I got a light here, you know, gelled light here, gelled light back there. Yeah, so if you do want to know what it is, I will tell you in the next video. Just throw it in the comments. Hopefully, you guys will throw in the comments. But just so you know, every single bulb here is all tungsten. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. Now, let's jump over to the next segment that we cannot forget because it is part of this channel, the community shout out. Welcome as usual to the community shout out that I started doing on my channel, where I give a shout out to independent artists who either you or I don't think get enough credit for what they do, you know, or we just think they deserve, you know, a helping hand. You want to throw people to their channels, to their social media, whatever it is, to see what they do. It doesn't matter who it is, doesn't matter what it is, doesn't matter what kind of art that they do. If they're an artist, you want to support them, then that is exactly what we should be doing. First artist I want to talk about is Burt. She is a filmmaker and actor. She's a voiceover actor. She does a lot of cool stuff. She does a lot of her own little shorts. She does Comic Cons and different things like that. She's on YouTube. Definitely check her out, and Instagram, and show some love. Definitely do that. She is definitely a funny gal. If I were you, I would check out her content. The next artists are Kody Dayish Productions, and they are based in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and they're filmmakers. Their main focus is, you know, about their Navajo culture, Native American culture, and they make short films. You could check out their Facebook, and they also have a YouTube channel, I believe, that I will link down below with everything else. We definitely need to show some love for a lot of filmmakers that are overlooked, you know, not just obviously in general, but the way things are today, you know, there's a lot of great content coming from, I don't know what the PC term would be, but yeah, so basically people who are not like me, if that makes any sense. I'm trying not to get all that on my channel, but definitely check them out and see what they're all about. We need, you know, again, we need to support wherever these artists are. No matter where they are, we definitely need to support them. Last artist I will mention for this video is Stephen Maurice. He's a local actor here in the Missouri area in St. Louis, and he's got a lot of things under his belt, and he's on his way, you know, to becoming, you know, top in St. Louis as far as I'm concerned. He's great to work with. He plays a small role in my recent short film that we're this close to finishing principal photography. I've started post-production, but you know, that'll be a whole next year's thing. But he's also got Top Dog Productions, which is his production company. And definitely check him out. Facebook. If there is a YouTube, I can't remember if his YouTube channel is up and going yet, but I will link that below if it is. And let's show him some support. So yeah, guys, so I'm gonna try to make this whole series. The video is kind of short. I don't know how long this one will be. Obviously, you know, we gotta deal with the the community shout out, which is important. So the next one, you know, we'll do a different lighting setup. I'll try to make a little better looking lighting setup for anyone who cares about that. And remember, guys, do me a favor, huge favor. Hammer that like button, hammer the subscribe button, the bell, ring it so you can get the dings and the notifications and yada yada yada. Those of you who are on my channel, make sure to keep track of when the next video is going to come out. I'm hoping, I swear, I will do my best to get it to you sooner than I have been. I just have a lot going on, and again, I'm trying to get a hold of this whole YouTube thing, so make sure to tell the world about me.